Good afternoon, class. Yesterday, we started studying what farming was like in the 1900s on the Great Plains. We talked about how the farms were able to do more work over more land because they were getting new machinery. We learned about dairies, how they have large herds, and oftentimes be able to sell a lot of the products that came from their milk. We talked about Wisconsin's major milk product, which is cheese. We talked a lot about the tools, including the reaper and the combine, as John Deere and Cyrus McCormick invented. Today, we want to take a look at the family. You'll need your worksheet that should have said Thursday, Friday. We did the first side in class today. Less people are working on farms, but they're producing more, 15 times more than they did just 100 years earlier. We also made our best efforts at drawing our different kinds of tools. Today we're going to fill in the family. The family farm in the 1900s. For most families on the prairie, their first home was a tent, a log cabin, or a soddy. Now a soddy were houses made of blocks of sod or dirt mixed with grass roots. When it rained, soddies drip mud. Life is too short, wrote one farm woman, to be spent under a sod roof. In other words, she was complaining because the water would drip dirty through the roof of the house. Yuck. As soon as a farm family had money saved, they built a house made of wood boards. By 1900s, a typical farmhouse had lots of windows and a big porch. The largest room was often the kitchen. Few farmhouses had bathrooms. Instead, families used an outhouse that stood outside the main house. Now, this probably wasn't a bad deal in the spring or the summer or fall, but in the winter, could you imagine running outside to the outhouse to go to the bathroom? Only the richest farmers could afford such wonders as electricity and running water. Most farm families used candles or oil lamps for lighting. They cooked on wood-burning iron stoves. They used hand pumps to draw water from wells. Everybody worked. Men plowed, planted, and harvested crops. Boom, that's what I'm going to use here. Men planted, plowed, and harvested crops. They probably thought, I hope my crops are good. Women cooked, cleaned, and cared for the children. In summer, farm women spent hours canning food from their gardens. Every child had farm chores to do as well. Children helped out by chopping wood, drawing water, and weeding the garden. They also gathered eggs, milked cows, and fed the animals. Now, these last two paragraphs should be where you get your answers for this. I'm going to leave you on your own for filling those in. Now, guys, I got a couple of videos that I'm going to post after the social studies that I'd like you to watch today. The first one is one about a sod house, a famous sod house that is down in the museum. And listen to the ladies talk about the sod. They're going to talk about how thick it was. They're going to talk about how the roots held the dirt together. And then I'm also going to try to show you a video of somebody canning food, so that you guys get a better idea of what they did. Now, canning food would make the food that would normally spoil be able to last on the shelf until they were ready to eat it, and so they could last all winter long. All right, here's a classic farmhouse if you were wealthy after you had made it out of your sod house. Notice the foundation is made out of rocks that they would have found in the fields, and then their wood. Now, they said lots of windows. This isn't what I think of, lots of windows, but remember, the first sod houses had very few windows. All right, guys, check out this video, finish up your worksheet, and then check out the other videos that I posted so that you can better understand what we're talking about. God bless your day.